Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jerry Brewer. I'm the interim chief, and I'm so happy to see all your faces here today. We have a great day. This is a great day. We're going to be honoring some heroic acts. We're going to be talking about some phenomenal work that's been done in the last quarter. And then we're also going to promote some great officers into the next position up the chain, so to speak. And they'll have a big influence in this department for years to come. So we'll start off with some awards, and there'll be life-saving awards. And we'll have our new public information officer, Allison Matherly, here to read them off. And as we call your name, please come forward.
Okay, first we have a life-saving award for Officer Charles Holt. Okay. Officer Holt, after nomination by your command staff and a unanimous vote by the Awards Approval Board, you are hereby awarded the department's life-saving award. On July 8th, 2019, you were dispatched to a suicidal subject call at Stewart Elementary School. A caller told dispatchers they were going to commit suicide there and disconnected the call. You immediately responded and found the person in the playground area hanging and unconscious. You quickly used your pocket knife to cut the person down and utilized a sternum rub technique to help the person regain consciousness. The person was then transported to Covenant Medical Center, and you stayed with that person for several hours to ensure they received the help and treatment they needed. Simply stated, your prompt actions and prevented this person's immediate death, and your actions after saving their life represented yourself and the LPD well. Thank you for a job well done. Next, we have a life-saving award for Captain Jeanelle Wadkins, Sergeant William Drumma, and Officer Angela Blanco. After nomination by supervisors and command staff and a unanimous vote of the Awards Approval Board, you are hereby awarded the department's life-saving award. On July 24th, 2019, you were part of an LPD delegation hosting the Japanese Ambassadors Program at Lake Allen Henry. During the event, an ambassador became unconscious in the water and was exhibiting obvious signs of distress while being in immediate danger of drowning. Quick action by you included immediately retrieving the person from the water and applying first aid measures while summoning EMS as well as AeroCare. The person eventually regained consciousness and was flown to the hospital. Were it not for your prompt actions, this person would have drowned. You contributed to saving this person's life, and your actions are a credit to yourself and the LPD. Thank you for a job well done. Our next award is for Officer of the Quarter for Officer Sean Clark. Officer Clark, after nomination by your command staff, you are hereby recognized as the Officer of the Quarter for the third quarter of 2019. During this quarter, you were working off-duty at Covenant Medical Center when you were notified a subject at the hospital had made statements about wanting to conduct a mass shooting at a local hotel in order to commit suicide by cop. You immediately investigated and spoke with this person and corroborated their statement and intentions. You gathered enough information and details to establish the location where this event had been planned, which included consent from the person to search their room. There, a weapons cache and tactical clothing were discovered. Your actions assisted in discovering and preventing a very serious and potential threat to the city of Lubbock and its citizens and visitors, as well as to our officers. This is just one incident that shows your exemplary work this quarter, and you are thanked for a job well done. Next, we have Detectives of the Quarter, Detective Brandon Price and Officer George Madrigal. After nomination by your command staff, you are hereby recognized as the Detectives of the Quarter for the third quarter of 2019. During this quarter, you helped in solving a cold case homicide from 1993. Specifically, after working for several months with the FBI and Texas Rangers, you helped to establish a known suspect who is incarcerated in California. Your interview and investigative skills on this case eventually led to a corroborated confession and a subsequent indictment for the murder of Bobby Fields. Your tireless and exemplary work this quarter reflected well not only on yourself, but on the department and the citizens you serve. You brought a family closure after years of unanswered questions, and an accused murderer may now face justice for their crime here in Lubbock. Thank you for a job well done. Our Supervisor of the Quarter is Sergeant Sharon Casey, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us today, but we will recognize her at a future ceremony. And our Civilian of the Quarter is Alexa Rodriguez, Lead Administrative Assistant. Ms. Rodriguez, after nomination by your command staff, you are hereby recognized as the Civilian of the Quarter for the third quarter of 2019. During this quarter, you were an integral part of the department's conversion from a 12-hour to a 10-hour patrol shift schedule. This mid-year change required you to plan for and help implement a draft to realign the patrol personnel to include all the computer and paperwork needs in order to successfully implement this change. You also worked to ensure the human resources required paperwork needed was timely completed and accurate for over 200 officers. You performed an intricate role in coordinating with the city's payroll department to complete this large task, which included an audit and conversion of all officer accrued hours. Your diligent efforts helped successfully implement the new patrol shift schedule, which is just one example of your outstanding work on behalf of the Operations Bureau. Thank you for a job well done.
Okay, great. As you probably heard in those descriptions, there was some phenomenal work that happened this past quarter, and I couldn't be more proud. So next we have promotions, and you know, it takes a lot of study, it takes a lot of effort to promote in this department, and it also takes a family that's right behind them, pushing them along and you know, taking care of business while they're there putting their nose to the grindstone studying up for the next promotion. So this is, it's as much about celebrating the officer getting promoted, and it's also celebrating the family behind them as well for being so supportive. So first we'll start off with Sergeant Chad Tasca being promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Chad will be going to patrol. Next, we have Corporal Ross Quarles. Ross will be going to patrol. Next, we have Detective Raylan Goswick. Raylan's promoting sergeant and is also going to patrol. Next, we have Detective Belinda House. the rank of sergeant, and she is also going to patrol. Officer Mark Ellison. Officer Mark Ellison is promoting to the rank of corporal, and he'll remain in patrol. Next, we have Investigator Joshua Ortiz. Joshua is promoting to the rank of detective, which is like corporal, but for investigations, and that's where he's going to be. Next is Officer Cade Reddish. Officer Reddish is promoting to the rank of corporal and will also be in patrol still. Next is Officer Tino Blanco. Next is Investigator Theodore Frank. Investigator Frank is promoting to the rank of detective and will remain in our ID section. We have Officer Arnold Garcia, but he couldn't be here today because of a school that he had already scheduled. But he'll be promoting to corporal and will be remaining in patrol. So now if I could, the officers here have designated a loved one to pin their badge. And so would those people please come forward to your designated officer. No crisscrossing, no mixed matching. If you would, pin the badge on your officer. I was a bit remiss, I didn't point out some of the celebrities we have here. We have Ms. Sunshine Stanek from the DA's office, who I appreciate coming here very much so. You know, we have a long-standing partnership with the DA's office, and I'm always glad to have somebody here from there. And Mark Yearwood's Assistant City Manager from the City of Lubbock. A lot of the City Council people, in fact all the City Council people are on a trip today, so they couldn't be here. But I know they would have been if they could have. So. We have some lovely cookies, lovely cake, and I greatly appreciate everybody coming today. This is a phenomenal turnout. I'm very proud of the officers, and God bless you all, and have some punch.